Alright, welcome everyone to the Khalim Open #1. I am participating in this tournament, but I got a bye for this first round, so we're gonna hop in to see Happy Joe and Stinky Bad Boys match. Let me make sure these guys are ready. 13-person tournament today. It's been a while since we had a tournament. The last season was, a little bit slow. I think the devs were focused on their new game. But, we're back, and I'm super excited to see this match for Stinky Bad Boy and Happy Joe. Both longtime players of the game. I haven't seen Stinky in the scene for a while, so I'm interested to see what he's bringing. Happy Joe also usually has some pretty interesting lists. We got a multicolored deck over here, a Cohen cover. Red band, blue band. By the way, this is a best of 3 in this first round, so players will only get to use 2 out of their 3 lists. So we've got a red, yellow, mono yellow, green, red. This looks like a crackthorn. Don't know what this one is yet. Happy Joe gonna start blue, so I think Stinky is kind of favored in this matchup here, depending on what this is. Red has some good answers to blue. Blue, depending on how it's built, might have some good answers too, though. We'll have to see. Ooh, it's red, yellow, burn. Interesting. Okay. Happy Joe's got a very real chance here. Red, yellow, burn can deal a lot of damage very quickly, but it can also brick very hard. Really depends. Seems like Stinky's got a pretty solid opener, though. Grimguard into training. Ooh, we got the Water Ellie pickup, though. So that will be nice to curve into our Tide Lords. Get a big stat stick on the board. The Sky Anemone, love those cards. So down comes the Grimguard. Doesn't invest the Explore yet. Typically, we're on 2 deserts to get to the training, so we don't need to accelerate just yet. Sure. 2 Tide Lord pickups. Really nice Water Ellie then. This is actually looking pretty hot for Mr. Happy Joe. The Mystic Beast pickup too? Oh my god, so many options. I think we go for probably... I actually think we go for the Tide Lord here, just because it's pretty convincing we're against Burn now. Mystic Beast, really solid value. 3 cost for a 4/5 jumper, but I want to put on a clock on my opponent. And if we dump this Tide Lord here, we're suddenly threatening 10 face damage, and that's lethal. So we are going to dump the Tide Lord there. Oh, it's a 2-turn lethal, I should say. Stinky does have the Sky Anemone to stall a little bit. But not a ton of good options here. We kind of have to throw this Grimguard into the Water Ellie. We can't immediately hit face, unfortunately, because Happy Joe is blocked. Red, yellow, burn used to be a big deal back in the day. It used to be very hot. And it, so players back then learned pretty quickly on how to defend against it. And we'll see what happens. I mean, Stinky has an opportunity to build up some more cards. He's only got... I mean, he needs 2 more turns to get into a Scourge Flame. And I think this is going to be just so much pressure to deal with. He's going to have to answer one of these. Happy Joe's still at a healthy 20. And I don't even know if he's going to be able to. This second Tide Lord coming down, even the Sky Anemone is not going to do anything. Blocks the mountain. Pick up Flame Burst. Well, we're technically not dead, but Burn using up their burn tools on creatures does not feel very good. We've got like 12 burst damage in hand. Yeah, it almost... I mean, I don't think it would make a difference. It almost would have been cool to, like, Sky an enemy first to prevent the 10 damage, but I guess it really wouldn't have mattered. He just sets up 2 more creatures. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. To face? And then double Wrath plus Sky an enemy, sure. That'll work. Now, he probably wants to position the Sky Anemone where it's not gonna get land tricked. And that looks like a good spot. So even if it gets land tricked this way, he's still trapping this guy. Oh wow, the command pickup. Perfect answer. And that's gonna close out game 1 for Happy Joe. In this best of 3 series, so Happy Joe just needs to win 1 more. And Stinky's on the back end. He's got to fight back with whatever big deck he picks with. He's locked into that for 2 more games if he wants to win. So he selects the Crackthorn. It's always good to analyze the rest of your opponent's lineup. Because you're locked into this particular deck, you need to make sure that not only are you countering this list, but both of your opponent's future lists. And I think Crackthorn was a good selection. Alright, many starting creatures in Stinky's hands. We get the Wood Ellie start with the Explore, splitting sides. Now this is an interesting land structure. I think I would have probably preferred to go sides. A bit more defensive. This type of list uses a lot of special lands. And especially the centerpiece here, this is a great hopping land for the opponent's jump creatures. Happy Joe picking up Water Ellie again this game into another Tide Lord. Very cool. This time we even have a land trick. And we are going to go for the double neutral into Water Ellie. Water Ellie is such a cool card in this blue jump archetype. Just because you can afford to do these double neutrals, you really want the double neutrals, so your hoppers have extended range. And then, even though we're on a 4 land count, which usually doesn't require elementals, because of our double neutral includes, it's really good with the Water Ellie. Oh, we're going for a... No, wait, so we can't block. What is the plan here? Alright, I'm not sure what this move accomplishes. I guess we're just blocking this space that Stinky was building up towards. He was building this sort of V shape, and we blocked it. I don't think I like the play, though, so much, just because... Or maybe he just wants to claim this land. But then why not just water Ellie? I don't know. Yeah, I think this was a bit of a miss. The Sunken Tower is a great trick to hold in hand for a surprise tool. Not to mention, this type of list that Stinky's playing has a lot of ping, random just ping damage like Ground Shaker, which gets free hits on the Sunken Tower. I mean, obviously, Ground Shaker's not going to come down now, but we're locked into this Sunken Tower. We can't take it back, so in the future, this Ground Shaker might just eat up our tower, and we spend 2 Faeria to do nothing. Alright. You're not getting away, little toad. We've got you surrounded. The Wood Ellie steps back. Why does the Wood Ellie step back? Trying to set up a salamander. Okay, he wants to, like, maybe fill in this space. Sure. We lose quite a few collections for it. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Well, regardless, it gives us the option, so I don't mind it too much. It gives us the option if we want to step back and get a big salamander play. We could even move this willow forwards, step here, salamander here, and maybe kill whatever's here. So that's pretty cool. That would be a good play. And if not, we can step back and collect. Tide Lord comes down, out of range of the salamander though. Ooh, well, we get a really good salamander play now, because we get to buff this living willow up, so we can do that same play I was mentioning. So we build this land, we step the willow down, step the Wood Ellie backwards, plant the salamander here, it kills off the toad, and it buffs our willow to a 3/9, able to clear off this water Ellie. Very cool. And actually, we even get another 3/9 willow, which we can possibly pre-hit into the Tide Lord. And then we've got really nice numbers lined up, actually. Yeah, perfect play. And yeah, I would probably pre-hit here just to play around things like Humbling Vision. And that 3/3 stat line, very awkward for the Toad to deal with. Now this could play potentially into Emperor's Command. Emperor's Command would be huge here for Happy Joe, because he can take a value trade with the little Toad, then take a value trade on the Salamander, which is pretty good. Not that great. I mean, Stinky's play here was very swingy. Don't know why the Sunken Tower had to come down. We were dodging the salamander, I guess. It feels like the Sunken Tower has just cost us 2 Faeria for nothing this game, which is very sad. I can kind of see this play though, so we don't die, but we also could have just put the 4/4 somewhere else potentially. I don't know. I guess we couldn't have. Yeah, the Toad needed a hopping space as well. But we lose our Mystic Beast space now. I mean, we do have this neutral locked in, but it's possible Stinky just stands on it. Wood Ellie ramps into the Feed the Forest. He could rip it here, but I don't think he's under too much pressure. We can just be chill and probably pass. Looks like we will just build a mountain in preparation for the Shakers and the Crackthorns. Sunken Tower. Not what we need in this particular matchup. This matchup is going to be a fight for stats. Well, not the matchup, more just the way this match is going. We kind of have to win back our right side here, and then maybe we can sneak in damage with the Sunken Towers later. But yeah, since that lake was moved, we don't get our Mystic Beast spot anymore. Which is super sad, but we can... Oh, we can't play... We can't play two things. Uses up the Sunken Tower charge again for basically nothing. No gain from the Sunken Tower. Just in fear of like Shaker and Crackthorn, I imagine. Oh, the Ice Rock. They always get Ice Rock. So we line up the value trades. The 4-4 was played in range, so we get another value trade there. We did not take the Ice Rock. We took a Haunted Willow. Interesting. I don't know why. I mean, we have 2 feeds in hand. That's a lot of Faeria we could be spending on an Ice Rock. But I guess maybe he's just fearful of Transform. Sure, we're playing against the blue matchup, sure. Okay. I understand the thought process. I agree a little more. Now blue... I mean, sometimes blue jump will run Frogify. Humbling Vision's usually the more popular pick, but it's worth playing around. Crackthorn. Do we ever rip a Crackthorn to try and kill one of the Toads? We probably take 2 hits first. Make the odds as much as possible in our favor, and then we Crackthorn maybe to hopefully kill one. Oh, we're gonna pop it here? To this? Oh, this guy attacked. Oh! Oh, Stinky. You're so stinky. Oh, he didn't attack. Wow. Okay. I mean, baller... It wasn't that baller a play. He just... I probably would have preferred to hit with the 2-1, just to make it more likely to kill off at least one Toad, but Stinky just doesn't care. He rips it, gets a double kill, perfect pings, and then gets to move up the Salamander as a 4-3. Oh my god, this is just over. And we'll move on to game 3. So, best of 3, remember? This is match point. So Happy Joe has 1 chance to counter back. I'm going to imagine we're going to see the Rukoan list, because red-yellow I don't think is going to be able to do that much unless it's like super fast. Like maybe if it's also burn, but I doubt it. There's a neutral in here. Let's see how the other end of the bracket's doing. So I'm currently waiting on Zote and Martis to finish their match, and then I'm going to participate in the tournament. I got a bye for this first round. So we're currently in the round of 16, and we get to be bumped up to a round of 8. Oh, I didn't see what he picked there. I'm going to assume the Rukoans. And it looks like it's probably a Carassius list. With gift. Yucky. I don't like this card. But I think Happy Joe is pretty favored here. Stinky did get double Wood Ellie, which can help ramp a little bit quicker. Keep the pacing. Going for this Centerland start again. And it's going to be really difficult for Stinky to switch sides easily once the Carassius gets played. Oh, does Stinky realize what he's up against? He's going to go fast? Okay. We might have a chance. If we get like a big Salamander, big play here, and we just start beating face, that could be pretty cool. And this Wood Ellie helps to really push in aggressive lands, because I think Happy Joe's probably... Oh. Okay, he is going to fight sides. But even still, the Wood Ellie is going to help to get this really aggressive land in here. And it might even be better now that this lake has been invested, because all of Happy Joe's stuff is going to be here. Okay. So, do we be a bit passive, or... I mean, I still want to get my aggressive lands up here, if I'm Stinky. Take them before Happy Joe invests these lands, because really right now, Happy Joe's built this land probably with the consideration that he's going to be able to fill in this land under the Carassius afterwards. To make this kind of sideways diamond as a defensive land structure. We are going to place the Wood Ellie and claim that land. Good. I think that's excellent to lock in now. Apply the pressure. Get a great Salamander land for the future. And Happy Joe's kind of hovering this champion. So we can potentially go for Bio plus champion, make this a 6/6. It's not like super big, but it's worth something. We don't pick up a Carassius. And actually, Happy Joe running a lot of non-blue creatures. So it's going to be tough to actually find those Carassius. Just dump another Rakoan. Okay, we do have Crackthorn available. I would like to save this Salamander a little bit longer, so I'd probably like to see a pre-hit on the 1/1 just to clear some stats, and then just dump the Crackthorn. Wherever the pings lie, doesn't really matter. We can probably get a decently sized beast at face. And I like filling in the center lane too. It's just another potential Salamander line in the future. Are we gonna get a perfect pings this time? It's gonna be less perfect, but okay. We don't kill anything. Not lucky twice. It would have been nice to kill at least like one thing, but that's okay. We cashed in our good luck last game. Not really important on this turn. Debating buffing? Pre-buff. Interesting. So Humbling can be a bit devastating here now, where it dumps this guy down to a 3/3. And I almost wouldn't mind that. We can collect Humble and then maybe Champion, and we play a 6/6 into his 3/3. The pre-buff, I'm not sure what that accomplished. Because he was a 5-5 stat line. 5-5's actually kind of tricky to deal with. Like, Happy Joe would need 2 buffs to actually answer it. Or, of course, something like Gift of Rakoa, but... I don't know. I wouldn't expect Gift of Rakoa. Which is maybe why Happy Joe's running it. Alright, and we are completely locked out of collections here. Yeah, really unfortunate this guy didn't die. I mean, it would have left a 1-1 behind, but we at least could have attempted to make a collection or something. That Humbling Vision hurt so much after investing the guidance. If we hadn't have guidanced also, we would have had more stuff, right? We would have had more Faeria to work with. We could have planted this Reveler as well on boards to combo with those Salamander stats. We would have been in a great spot. The 2 damage on the champion's kind of nice. I kind of would expect a value trade to happen here, though. And then again, we're body blocking the well collection. Huge. Gonna dump another 6/6. Just stand him there. I probably would have preferred this guy to dash just because 1 damage pings are really easy for Stinky to get. I mean, he's not on a lot of Faeria though. Maybe Ground Shaker is not possible. Okay, what does Monkey Genius go to? That's a 4-9. Monkey Genius is actually probably pretty worth it here. And he gets it! We got the monkey. But we can't play it! Oh, we got a power wheel. And he's just gonna hit face? Might as well. Slap that taunt down. Good. 4 cost 4-9. Well, 5 cost 4-9 actually. But not bad. Not bad to lock down this side as well. Looks like Happy Joe doesn't have... Well, we can just humble... So what, to 2-4? Yeah, okay. And we can't follow up with anything, so the entire left side of the board is going to be clear. Because Happy Joe has this 4-5 in trade range. But what can we redevelop? Not much. Just that Reveler? We could attempt to get a double collecting Reveler, I don't know. Right, we don't need any more mountains though. We're on our 3. It's only forests from here. We're going Reveler face? Okay. That would have been a little silly. I like the forest lock-in. This is another just salamander space. Also, we are actually on salamander Faeria value, so this isn't too bad. This Biomancer's getting away from us, though. Double collecting Biomancer. Still no Crassius in sight, but Stinky's got some breathing room to recollect himself and start advancing forwards a little bit more. We've seen 2 Humbling Visions come down, so I actually might consider as Stinky that there are no more Humblings left. Happy Joe's got a lot of cards crammed in here, so I imagine he doesn't have room for triple Humbling. I mean, Stinky hasn't seen the buff yet, I suppose, so maybe I wouldn't rule that out yet. Living Willow back there. I almost would have liked the Willow aggressive, I'm not sure. Because I know that I'm probably going to be playing a Salamander probably next turn to deal with my opponent's stuff, and then I could get extra 2 life on the Willow and then feed it, which is pretty huge. It's more than this collection will give us, right? Maybe Stinky's just been traumatized by the humbling and he doesn't want to play in range. Still no Crassius. Good news for Stinky. We're gonna dump another 6/6, and then we also just would have had more fighting tools. Like, we really don't want to lose this foothold in this matchup. If we lose this foothold on our opponent's face, we just lose the game, because our opponent's way greedier than we are as Stinky. I'm saying we, talking about Stinky. I should say we as Happy Joe, since he's our perspective. Seek Shelter works. We can get another thing to buff here. Swordfish is kind of interesting with the dash, if that makes a difference. Really sad this Willow isn't in trade range because we just don't have clean numbers to deal with the 6/6 right now. Unless we just leave it for now, we could set up a Swordfish. Sorry, we can't afford a Swordfish, what am I saying? We're only on 7. We do get the Swordfish, though. Oh, right, we can feed. Yeah, so we miss... We do get 1 collection, but we miss, like, an extra Faeria, because... Right, we could have buffed the Salamander, so... I guess all we're losing is 1 Faeria. It's not a big deal, but it's still a deal. Dumps the Salamander. So we are just gonna set it up for the 6/12 to trade. Played this guy in range, so Aurora probably comes down here to value. Which is pretty good, so we get 2 6/6s to fight the 12 HP. What is Gift at right now, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I mean, it's more worth it to Aurora here, right? Buffed the little 1/3. We set up a Gift maybe later on. Alright, Stinky has the Mage. We also do have Shaker, I guess. I don't know. We could, like, take this Shaker. I think we're almost just, like, 1 turn too slow now. Happy Joe's in his end game. He's got all this stuff built up. Yeah, I'd probably like to set up a 6-drop and a 3-drop in the back. Yeah, we could value trade the 1/2 and then Shaker. I think Shaker's a little better here. Yeah, that sucks a lot. Really wanted to go for Shaker there, I think. Now we just lose all these stats to the 6/2. Do we gift? 1, 2, 3, 4? Does that do anything? Yeah, it makes this 7 power. I think we gift, right? We get a 7-9? We clear this side, and then our 1-1 gets to collect. And then our other 1-1 gets to double collect. It's a little bit frail a setup, though. We invest this. Let's see, we go to 6 with the collect, plus 1, 7. Okay, yeah, we could also just do that. Is that better? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe holding the shaker was good. I mean, Stinky doesn't know what's in hand here, but it seems like the shaker's gonna pay off next turn. I think the shaker was still really good on that current turn. But, yeah, with the gift, let's see. That would have left this guy on 2 HP. Okay, so basically, my play would have left a 1-1 on this side, and the Fagora would have been in trade range of the 4-4. And with this setup, we're out of trade range, but our 1-1 is on the right side. So I guess it's a little better, just because this guy's out of trade range. What did that cost us? 5 instead of 4? It's very debatable. I feel like both plays were cool, but with the shaker it would have kind of blown us out. Now we've got a 2 HP that's safe. So it's a little bit better. So what's the answer to the 6-2? Do we go for a lucky Crackthorn again? Can we make it? No, I'd probably just go for the safe Grove Guardian. Are we actually shakering? No way. I mean, I guess we take the collections, but... we take away the double collection, which is pretty huge, but... this is such a big trade. Stinky's just going to be able to set up double collection again. And we don't have 6. I don't know about this play. We can't really play anything next turn. It was a tricky one, though. If you play the Crackthorn, though, this has the potential to go up to 6. And then it's in trade range of the 6-2. And so it's just bad. Yeah. Awkward here. Goes for a draw? The madman. Guess we're drawing for a feed. 1-7 to fight the 1-1. I like it. I don't know. Lizard's always about drawing for feeds. I'm a +1. Because here, Happy Joe has the potential to block the well. Next turn we go up to 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can +1 into 6, I guess. Fair enough. Alright. Getting near Crassius. Down to the last 6 cards in deck. It might come down to fatigue. Depends how quickly we can scale these Crassius. We really need a Salamander. Wait. Oh. Interesting. Doesn't block the collection. Values face more. I think because fatigue is getting there, so if this became massively buffed, it could hurt. It's not like a ton of buffs. Maybe like double buff could happen, and then 5 damage is a lot. Yeah. Do we try for Crackthorn here? Wood Ellie? Wood Ellie's really bad, isn't it? Wood Ellie's like super expensive. The forest is useless. Ooh. That feels kind of yucky. Like, we don't need this forest, right? We've already got, like, our collectors and everything. That felt really bad. Spending 4 on a 2-4. Ugh. One thing Stinky could do, though, is play the really long game and not kill these Crassius and go for actual fatigue. Which would be a very funny strategy. And I think pretty viable. There's potentially one more Rakoan champion coming, which could get real juiced up and dash face. But aside from that, Happy Joe doesn't have a ton of aggression, right? Like, I almost don't mind just saving a little bit. We could march up the Wood Ellie so that we have a Majinata face line. I doubt that's gonna do anything. Well, it could if we save our cards. If we just step up the Wood... Okay. Oh, I don't think we want to play in trade range. I mean, this sets up Maj as well, but... I don't know, I think Happy Joe's pretty happy to just... Happy Joe's pretty happy. He's happy to just hit in the 3-1, and then dump the second Crassius Swarm. I think that's, like, really good value for him. Find a Tiki. Because he does that, he can swarm, and then now you really don't have that Maj to face line. You don't really anyways, it's very expensive, but... We'll see what Happy Joe does if he dumps the second Crassius Swarm or not. Oh, we're going for Gary, actually? Potentially. We are. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Can we afford Maj? Not quite. We need, like, a feed. We're only on 9. I might draw for a feed here. We've only fed once, right? So it's pretty likely we might top deck one, because Maj is huge here. It's actually just game winning. We deal 8 damage to face and get a creature that Happy can't even deal with, so I would probably take a draw. What else can we do with 9 Faeria? Like nothing, right? Like I would just draw here. But we go for the Crackthorn. We line up stats to kill the Gary. So solid, maybe? We'll have to see what the next top deck is. I'm curious to see it. Okay, don't play Wood Ellie. I mean, Living Willow here. We really need our Faeria. I think it's very tempting also, like, especially maybe newer players, it's tempting to, like, spend all your Faeria, right? But, like, in this position, super important to save. This Willow does nothing for us. The, Faeria can be saved and spent on something bigger like Shaker or Maj next turn. We can't play Maj anymore. Well, we could if we get the feeds. Thankfully, we get a free face hit with the 4-4. Unfortunately, Happy Joe does have 2 healing cards. That's going to be pretty tough. We also really need to save for double Shaker. That's another thing we want to do. To clear out the last swarm of Crassius. Unfortunately, we're not going to get there anytime soon. I think there's only one creation left, though. But the thing that happens when the 3rd copy comes down is he's going to block all of our mountains, and then we can't double Shaker. So that's a big problem. Maj is still very game-winning here, though, right? Is it? It's less game-winning. I think it's not. The next card was Feed! Oh, Stinky, no! We could have won this turn. Oh my god. Actually, next card was Feeds. Alright, well, we get to do it this turn and make the match a little bit more exciting. Yeah, I'd probably just rip it. 9 damage is pretty solid. 2 away from lethal means you can finish with it. No, wait. Oh, we're going for Gary instead? Is that good? Is that the play? That can't... I don't know. We do clear out the Crassius. I guess? That's pretty good. We also clear the collectors. Was this space taken? Why didn't we Gary here? Oh, there was Crassius there. Right. Zote and Martis still going. That's got to be an intense match over there, too. We're going to be fighting against either Zote or Martis, sorry, next. Alright. Heals come down. Oh. Value trading. Value trade, and then we get to step back and collect comfortably. Sure, I think I like that. And then we can potentially develop the recruiter. Oh. Wait, what? That doesn't seem very good. I guess we're playing around the 1 damage pings. Okay. Because if the Gary just value traded, then he's on 1 HP. Sure, I guess. It feels expensive, but maybe. I think Stinky can close this out. He can sneak in some damage now, especially with that planted mountain here. I don't know if Happy Joe's going to be able to manage that. 1 card remaining. Yeah, we might as well just go for the Crassius and hope there's no buffs or anything, because if we heal here, we're losing anyways, so let's just go Crassius. If there's no buff, we might actually end up winning. Buff or damage. Of course, there is a buff we see in hand, but I think this is a good play by Happy Joe as a last resort. Oh, we have enough for the heal. Oh, I miscounted. I thought we could only play this. Alright, well, that works then. Ooh. We just... Do we win anyways? Wait, if we go... Feed... on Gary... We go down to 4, then we go back up to 10. Yeah, I think we just win. We get him down to 1 HP, but he's on 1 card remaining. I think we just do that play. Because we've seen 2 commands so far. I think we're we're just gonna end up winning, right? Especially if Stinky was analyzing how many neutral cards were in the deck. He can potentially calculate that there's no more healing in the deck. I think that's a good play. I mean, you even line up like a Shaker Lethal too. Well, no, it doesn't matter. Right, we're just gonna get up to Fatigue as the lethal. So, yeah. I think that's what we do. We feed the Gary, and then we Maj to hit for 10. And then this is actually on 14 HP. Can he even deal with the Maj alone? 14, he's got 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One hit. I don't even think he can deal with the Maj. Oh no. Oh, Stinky's out of time! Oh no! You had it, Stinky! Oh no. He just has to pass now, and just hope that he wins with fatigue, because he doesn't have time to make moves. I wonder if he realizes. I don't even think he has enough time to pass. 1 second. That's just game. Oh my god, Stinky, no! Winning play in hand. He had the winning play earlier when I mentioned he could have, like, he could have drawn for the feed earlier, drawn the Maj, and then hit face. I believe that would have been a win. But, yeah, that time pressure. And Happy Joe's just going to be able to close it out with Gift anyways here. Wow. Right, it's because of the Gift I think he could have dealt with the Maj, but then the Fatigue would have finished, right? Yeah, that's game. He's out of time. And victory goes to Happy Joe. What an intense series at the end there. Right down to the wire. Well played by both players. Stinky hasn't played for a while, so I'll give him some credit there. He can get very rusty if you don't play after a while, but really difficult lines to spot. Well played by Happy Joe, well played by Stinky as well. And we're gonna move on to our match. Let's see if Zote and Martis are finished. They're not finished yet. Interesting. So they have another really intense match going over there then. We're gonna go to a Be Right Back. And when we come back, I'm gonna participate. Alright, welcome back everybody. This is the round of 8 with me participating against Martis. And we're doing a best of 5 this time. Let's try it out. Not 4 times Crassius lists this time from Martis. Great news. I'm probably looking to ban either this one or this one. Now I brought a Krog Rush this time around. I thought that could be kind of funny. No, I built this lineup like last night. I had a couple lists that I wanted to play, these two here. And then I'm like, alright, we'll play a red mid-range because I haven't played this yet this year. And then I don't want to deal with Crassius, so let's just play Krog. Now, Martis really likes this type of list. I wonder if he'll ban the Krog. Because this one's really good into, obviously, it's almost like an auto win. I don't want to ban Crassius. Green-red is always kind of spooky to me, I don't know. Especially with, like, a red list. This one should be fine. I can explain what this one's about later. I haven't showed this one before on stream. Krog is fine into this too. It's really bad into blue, but I'm not going to ban blue. Blue could be a challenge, actually. Red, we got green. I don't know, my gut says the red-green. I feel like I'm good against red-green though, aren't I? I actually feel like I am good against red-green. Well, red's bad, maybe. Maybe we ban this one. Let's just go with our guts. We can take on the Crassius, fine. I'll use my brain. We gotta save the green. I guess we save the red for that then. Maybe we start with this list. This is a very silly list. So, a few of us discovered that you can actually copy Firebringers and they maintain their stat line, which I think is a bug. But we're all about abusing bugs here. And so we're going to lead with this one, and we have to fight through the Crassius. Fantastic. Great first match to fight. So we might struggle with this one. With this particular lineup. Oh yeah, there's Plague Bearers in this. I should probably open up a deck list so I know what I'm actually playing, huh? Right, so these, we got Firebringers, okay. Plague Bearer is great later on. I honestly might full scoop to try and find a starting creature. Obviously I could start with something like this, I could start with Wrangler or something. I think we'll full scoop though. I've got some better starters like these guys. We will start with a turn 1 Collector. So the idea here is to play Angry. We've got a tri-color deck with the Demon Wranglers in there. We play Angry, we play Firebringers, and then we play creations for those Firebringers, which count their stats. This is not a normal mechanic. Normally, stats are not counted when you create a creature, but pretty sure it's a bug. I don't know what's real anymore. Some things are real, some things are not. We might want to go a little bit aggressive. Just to beat Crassius and things. I don't know. We need to get some foothold lands. That's something we need. Do I build this one though? I have like a 6 land count. I kind of want to go sideways. I might want to be Plague Bearing too though, so I don't want to develop too many creatures. Let's just go Lake. I think this is fine for now. I want to get my mountain pretty aggressive. Because in this list, I'm only building 2 mountains total. We're doing 3 lakes and 1 desert. So we gotta be a little bit careful of the placements. I could have even considered holding the mountain and just going for lakes to start and then try to get my mountains as aggressive as possible. Because this mountain is going to be pretty useless for Firebringers. Kind of learning as I go today with this deck. But it'll be all fine. Nothing bad will happen. Does decide to not move up. I wonder if illusion is something I need to play around. I don't really care too much. I'm probably just gonna play into it. We can desert for guy in between. I think we'll just do this and develop another trainer, sure. You can play your illusion, that's fine. We can just double trade into that. Nope. Gonna step back. Ooh, Aurora. Pretty exciting. So I want to get my mountain aggressive. I think, since he's invested here, he wants to double collect, obviously. So I think I'm going to place my lake here. And then we can mountain aggressive. And we'll dump the 4-3 up here. Nothing spooky I have to watch out AoE-wise, right? I don't want to play too many creatures because I do have Plague Bearer as a board wipe answer, so I want to keep my board relatively small. But 3 HP, a really good HP stat to be on. Actually considering filling in that land. He's on 19 Faeria here. Gotta be a Carassius coming down. Spirit Theft. We found the Fogoro. So this is potentially going to be a late game Ulani's Medallion into Firebringer. So we might be able to get a lot of value. This is actually kind of awkward. Should we start with this guy? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Let's start with this. This is gonna be a long turn, so I gotta be a bit quick. Firebringer, small. Do I have to build this land? No, wait, maybe I double neutral. What am I doing though? Aurora? What am I doing? We could Aurora. I need both these lands though. This one. If I'm doing that, this makes sense, I guess. This, let's set up another guy, because I think we're kind of going all out here. Was that correct? I don't know. I'm close to actually Ulani's medallioning. I can't speak. Ulani's medallioning the Firebringers. This is pretty expensive though. This is like 11, 15 Faeria combo. I do have +3 here. I don't know if I was supposed to play the trainer. The trainer might have been non-necessary. Because trainer's just a needless expense, probably. I could have been on 9 here, and then 15's way more achievable. Now I'm going to go to, what, 11? Oh, actually I am there if I do the failed. Alright, maybe it's okay. We gotta go fast, though. 11. This costs 11. This only gets me 3, so I'm only on 14. I need to +1 if I want to do that. I need to +1? I don't have the land space. Sad, I don't think I can do it. Oh no. Filled Fogoro. I think we just Fogoro. We need to step things back a little bit then. Step back. This doesn't feel amazing. I feel, yeah, I've messed this up quite a bit, but it's okay. We can come back. We'll take this guy out. We will play this as is. I think that's fine for now. And then next turn we should be on plenty to Firebringer Ulani's. But he's gonna get massive Crassius swarms.
Let's get crazy.
No, don't do that. Oh, I hope he doesn't have a second one. He's got a 0-cost Crassius, so if he has a second one, I'm super blown out. Okay. If we get, our guy, actually. What do I need? I need 10 for this combo. 6. These would be lovely to be on 7, which I could +1 for. But I kind of want to find a Plague Bearer. Right, Plague Bearer would be pretty nice here. I think we draw. We don't get it. This is actually really bad. Because I don't have places for this. Sorry, I can just jump. Ah, we just lose. Man, Crassius sucks. Can we remove it from the game, please? Annoying. We'll go for it anyways. Just because it's funny and these will become 7 HP. It's funny, but we lose anyways, so it literally doesn't matter. I love Crassius. It's so fun. So much fun. I think we actually lose the series. I'm not as confident. Red should do alright. That was the goal. Oh no, yeah, we had Krog, we had red. Krog was banned. So we have red. So we should be fine with red, maybe. Hopefully. Yeah, Crassius is super annoying. We just need like 2 Crassius counters every game, it seems now. Or every tournament. But I misplayed also, so there was that. We had to keep playing Firebringers, which is kind of fun. I mean, we still do have the Plague Bearer answer, right? In the late game. So, if Martis gets greedy here and he doesn't know that we have Plague Bearer, we might be able to kill all the Crassius. So we gotta pay attention to how many copies are coming down. That's really important, actually. We have seen, like... This is the first creation. We had a single Crassius come down, first creation. I have to +1 if I want a creation. Do I +1 or do we just go for Firebringer? We could do Firebringer plus Spite Sprite? I don't have enough. Don't think it matters. There's actually no point in even playing this one. Could bio? I don't have enough hand space. Down to 6. And yeah, I don't have enough hand space. I kind of need another aggressive mountain, but he's going to step on all of them. I don't know, this always happens. Guess we'll just plant a creature. I don't really know. Steps to 7/7 in range. Okay. Steps on my mountain. Fair enough. Alright. No Crassius yet. That's cool. These guys don't get my trainer buffs anymore. I blew all of my trainer buffs. Sad. Is there ever a consideration to, like, hop over and plant a mountain somewhere? I can't really do that. We can Ninja Toad. Doesn't accomplish anything. I can creation my opponent's Fagoro. That's the potential. I don't know. I can hop over, build a mountain. Is that worth it? Can't be. Let's creation, kill. I could plant another mountain. Is this ever worth it? I don't know. How many Firebringers have I played? I think I only played the one earlier, right? And then this was a creations copy. I think I actually have another one in deck. And then I've got another creation. So still a few big things left. Another Spirit Theft. Okay, no collections for me. Unless we Ninja Toad. If he leaves this open, I'm taking it. Looks like he's gonna plant something there. Another shield mates. Aurora. Champion. Yeah, we'll just lose here. That sounds like a good plan. Where's my Plague Bears? Give me Plague Bear, please. I guess we can failed for it. We could Plague Bear. Could double Plague Bear. If only I had my buff. I played this so bad. This was kind of my fault. That guy dies. Sad. But we lose anyways, it really doesn't matter. Drew my whole board there. What's the plan? We Plague Bearer? Firebringer? I don't know. There's no hope. How much does this cost? 2, then I can't afford Firebringer. I think this is fine actually. Because we can just do this. Ninja Toad into it next turn. Only 14 attack. We only need 18. He does have another Spite Sprite in hands. Does he? Did he play that? No, he obviously didn't. He's on 18. So he can go down to 16 potentially. So if we get 2 more stats. If he plays another guy here though, we're dead. Or those. Yeah, just dead anyways. Any way of killing this? I guess the Ninja Toad. We have to double Plague. Ninja. I don't know if I see any way. Yeah, that's gotta be it, right? Creation doesn't accomplish much. No taunts on board. Hit. Ninja. We need to double Plague Bearer is the unfortunate bit. Which is just too much. 4. I need like 8. I actually can go to 8. Do we just not die here? Do we go for the not dying play? If we can get it in time. No animations. Alright, we just lose. God damn it. Animations. Alright, that's okay. I misplayed as Crassius. I'm getting tilted now from Crassius. Okay. Let's calm down a bit. So this one, that was fine. We can put this one behind us. This one is Lizard's List. So it's using very aggressive red creatures, which is a good thing. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Aggressive red creatures. I mean, we got Flame Burst and Cypher's Wrath to close out lethals. We got some analysis with that. I'm going to predict probably no healing, unless there's in green. We saw Champion, so that's probably a 3 of. The one copy, maybe Laya. So then the only healing potential could be in green. We saw Spirit Theft as well. There could be Soul Drain. But we didn't see any. There was great opportunities for Soul Drain, so I'm gonna guess Spirit Theft is maybe his healing option. So we can potentially play around Spirit Theft. We know there's Illusion. There's Illusionist in the list. Now, how many starting creatures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could potentially keep a Wrath. But we are tossing a Wrath. Okay, because of how the mulligan system works, we're only going to be we're going to be shuffling away 4 cards from our deck if we do that, because we have the second copy of Wrath in hand. So let's just full scoop, make sure we get that starting creature. Okay, so we need to slowly build lands. The Lost Explorer is great. We can double neutral next turn. We have that Shaker in hand. Yeah, we might as well do this. We didn't see Crassius that game very often, so his deck is quite diluted, just like Happy Joe's was. Diluted with non-blue creatures. So, with a little bit of luck, we can dodge the Crassius. And he drops a Crassius. Okay. Can't play Illusionist, so I think I might be comfortable playing Lost Explorer. Actually, I might do my neutrals like this, like I've done in the past. To get that aggressive land, we can dump this guy here because he's neutral, and then we have an aggressive mountain space. I do step this guy up. Yeah, Illusionist is quite a ways off. Then we can dump a Brigand next turn. Though if I dump the Brigand, I kind of have to, like, choose. Do I want to combat hit or play Brigand? Does find a Cannoneer. Does he take the back one? No, he's got to take the front one if you're sacking that creature, right? Oh, he takes the back one. Okay, he has another creature. Fantastic! It's a 6/6. Love 6/6s. Do we just lose? Lost to a 6/6? I think maybe I produce a land where he can't reach. He has to build to it. Does he care? He really doesn't care. He's not on Illusionist still, so that's important. What if we go towards a space that he can't reach? I mean, I could just get the collection.
You are tiny.
What's the plan? Can Wrath. Doesn't really accomplish anything. Let's go on the well. I think I want to be on the well. Collect with this guy for a little bit, I guess. And then we Horsemaster later. So we lost one collection. I guess we could have just double neutraled up. That was probably silly because he had a 1/2 standing there. So it really didn't matter, right? He builds this lake, though. Really? Are we actually okay? Now we get our aggressive mountain? I mean, I'll take it. If he's just handing them out for free. If I hadn't have played this, I could have Shaker Wrathed. Maybe I should have considered that. Shaker Wrath would have been huge. Actually, I suppose we just Shaker anyways. Lock in this mountain. We do Shaker, right? Do we save this for more value? I'm not sure. Because he's in illusion range now. Whew. So I probably don't want to play Axe Grinder in trade range of illusion. Right? Maybe it's just Shaker. Sure. Let's dump the Shaker. We will take control of this right side then. Oh, thanks for the, who was that? The sub, Bamster. A rare sighting to see me playing Faeria? True. Well, the music stopped, it's gotten very intense in here. Okay, he plays nothing. Fine by me. Let's take a draw. Oh, the next Shaker, let's go. I think that's pretty good. We deal with his double collector. I know he's on 15, but like... yeah. He's on, no Carassius counts, so that's good. Should be able to apply a lot of pressure here. Blocks with the 1/1. So we can Wrath that. Okay, he's got nothing. He's got actually nothing. Mountain or neutrals? I say we go neutrals. We got a Horsemaster in the future. We could fill in this neutral. Just a Horsemaster, or this neutral, actually. Let's do our play first. I think we're pretty good, actually. I don't think I need to care too much. This is like double Flame Burst range. We'll dump this in trade range too. Sure, we'll throw this guy here for Horsemaster. I'll surrender. Okay, we beat the Carassius. I might have been a little bit tilted in the first match, but I think it was a bit skewed from the matchup. So we're 1-1. I was kind of expecting this to be a funny list anyways, but I think this list can actually be pretty good. I didn't pilot it very well, but I think it can be pretty good. He's probably going to counter with red, I imagine. He wants to save the blue for green, which is a little bit spooky for us, potentially, depending if there's Frogifies. This is the Hunger combo list I played like a little while ago on stream. It's a lizard list. This thing has 8 neutrals? Is this Rush? I mean, mine has 11, but... 8 neutrals. So that's not like a typical... like a red combat thing. That's... either gonna be a Rush, but it's 3.9. So it's definitely a real red, right? I don't know what the red rush numbers are, actually. Because you've got, like, big, expensive things like Queen's Guards. You have, potentially... I don't know, Bloodsong's kind of cute sometimes. Okay. Should we keep the double burst? I think we keep double burst. Okay, starting side, so it's a red mid-range. Probably an aggressive... oh, very aggressive. What? That's extremely aggressive. Do I fight? I don't know what he's got. I kind of want my axe grinder spaces, right? I think we can start center here safely, see what else he does. If he double neutrals again, that's intense. It's only 8 neutrals in the west. Wait, mountain to the sides? What? I'm confused. What is happening? Okay, we're gonna fight this space because this thing can die to Grand Shaker in the future. Can't Horse Master or anything. Maybe we can bait a campfire buff to flame burst it. Gonna double neutral this side. Okay. I think we can go both sides and just try to control the wells. He's playing a lot of neutrals like this thing. I think we can bully him for that. Maybe? With the double flame burst especially. Is it worth it? If I invest this mountain though, that's my last mountain. I really want that aggressive, right? We could double neutral instead. And play Lost Explorer. I kind of like that actually. Largely because he's on one mountain here. So he doesn't get to Horsemaster, he doesn't get to Bomb Slinger, doesn't get to Hook, or any movement shenanigans at all. So we get to set up the 3-3, targeting his lands. And then this potentially leads into a Horsemaster of our own, where we get to proc the Explorer. And maybe get a more aggressive mountain too. Cobalt! Alright, wasn't expecting that. Shaker top deck? No? Okay, it is a little bit awkward. It's a little bit of an awkward stat line to deal with. I need a Shaker to answer this, probably. I could step back. Kinda hurts. Step back and plant a Trooper and then die to Shaker. This feels really bad, though. Guess we'll do it. It blocks like an axe grinder space. So, actually, Shaker's not that bad because he has to sidestep here first, then hit, then Shaker. Right, so that's probably fine. Double Wrath could come down. Do I plant this somewhere? Does this do anything? Plays into Firestorm and Copter and stuff, so let's just not. It's on 12 also, so we could do some tricky Garrett and things, maybe, I don't know. It is gonna sidestep, so it's probably... okay. Just gets the collection. Horsemaster. Okay. Trooper. Alright, 5-4 is a little bit spooky. So he is playing a very similar list to me. Super awkward though. I think we'll try to fight this side with Flame Burst. Try to put some pressure here. Ah, 5-4 is really awkward. If I play this, it plays into Horse Master again. But I guess if I do this and then sidestep, maybe we can set up a okay trade. Be nice to get this to go face. I need some fighting tools. I'm bound to find Ground Shaker at some point, right? Let's just do this. This guy is already playing into Horse Master anyways, I guess, so... I guess it's fine if we just play the boss. Yeah, because, yeah, Horse Master is pretty devastating here on the 2-3, so setting up boss kind of makes sense. Doesn't find it. We know there's no Horse Master in hand then. Another 5-4 comes down. Shaker, please. We can draw for it. We know he has a campfire too, so we gotta be mindful of that. Five fours are good. Against red, at least. So we have the option, we could try to save this. Mountain, set up axe grinder. Claim that grinder spot. Realistically, I want to be drawing for Ground Shaker, but if we don't find it, we're in a really bad spot. Do I do that? It feels really bad. I guess we go for it. I don't know. We'll step this guy out of range now. Play into Firestorm. So, what do I have to fight this stuff? I do have 5-4s as well. I've got very similar creatures. I also have Horse Masters to come in the future. Hopefully I don't top deck all of them at once. Steps in range of the 3-5. That's kind of nice. I don't have to work for it. I haven't played any Wraths yet, right? I just played one Burst. Yeah. Wrath was last game. So we had 2 bursts in hand. We should probably calculate what cards my opponent is playing as well. I don't think any burn spells have come down. It's just the Horse Master so far, in terms of tricks. Triple Flame Burst. Okay, we gotta draw. Yes! Okay, we found him. Not as impactful this turn, but... Oh, can we burn? Oh, we can. Yeah, we collect 7, 8, 9 from the combat hit. Perfect. We have to clean up this side. Alright, we're looking good. Brigand can stay. Our opponent is on 15 Faeria. We've got like 9, 10, 11, 12 Faeria. So we're still behind. And this already got its use, so we're still actually quite a bit behind. Blocks with Ranger, he might buff. Double buff. It's kind of awkward for him. He's got to invest double buffs so this doesn't die. And then I think I'm kind of cool with that. If the double buff's invested, we can maybe step up the 2-3 to fight. Oh, it's angry. Oh, I guess that makes sense. I didn't think it was angry. I'm in trouble. I'm in danger. We need to go a little bit quicker. Okay, what do I do here, actually? I was thinking of Horse Mastering this face, but it might be more worth it to Flame Burst, step up, and then produce something aggressive. I think that's probably the plan. Could draw... I kind of want to... I mean, I could draw. If we get Cypher's Wrath, a little bit more efficient, and then we just develop any aggressive creature here instead. But on the other hand, I could Horsemaster... No, I need to step this guy. I'm drawing 2 cards. No, wait. I Flame Burst, I draw once. So I can easily set something up here. The Horsemaster. Let's take a draw. Do this. Do this. Then you can, I guess, stay here. Since we know it's angry now, we know that most of his deck's gonna be stats. So no point in really stepping up, I think. He's got plenty. Unless Horsemaster comes. Maybe we actually step here. Yeah, we step here to prevent Horsemaster Mountain into Firebringer, because that's gonna hurt. And hopefully we can apply some pressure here. Stealing the Mountain would be kind of cool. I don't think I'm going to expect Ground Shaker. That's probably not going to happen. It also means the 17 Faeria isn't as scary because it's going to be a little bit tougher for him to convert that into creatures, ideally. Well, yeah, I mean, his creatures are going to be quite cheap, right? Could have stepped the 2-3 sideways to set up a potential Horsemaster line this way, if I needed it. It would have given me an option at least. Plays into Firestorm. I don't know, there could be Firestorm in this list, you never know. Unlikely, but... Oh, Garridan. Okay. Aggression has been stopped. So probably it's just Cypher. I'm happy to take this trade. Gotta be fearful still, though, of Horsemaster coming. Like, what do I do if Horsemaster plus double... Oh, he's got triple Campfire buff now. Wait, do I actually just lose if I don't protect against that? How do I protect against that? I can't. It's kind of scary. Maybe I build this mountain so that I can double neutral Horsemaster back to fight this? If I have to? Does that make sense? I'm putting a lot of paranoia into this Horsemaster. I mean, it's just one Horsemaster, right? We know he's got the campfires, so if it's one Horsemaster, we're in a lot of trouble. I think we'll do it. It feels like the only thing I can do, right? Probably Cypher. This takes away my collection, which sucks, but... I mean, I don't know, does this even help me deal with a 9/9 Garridan? I need like an extra 2 damage. I'm gonna be on 3, 4... Yeah, I guess we'd have to perfectly top deck a Cypher's Wrath. Right? Because all our Flame Bursts are gone now. I might just be putting too much paranoia into this. Because I gave myself a worse setup to try and play around something that I maybe might be able to answer, but probably cannot answer, realistically. Regardless, he's going to have this set up in a space where he can hit face, so this is going to be able to... Oh, he found it. Okay. Oh, really? That I'm very cool with. He has triple campfire, does he not? He's played... Has he only played 2? Only plays the 1, so we get to Horsemaster that if we want. Which I think I do want. I'm gonna end up losing this match, I think. Maybe? Because the thing is... Firebringers are coming in the future. Obviously I can't answer those. So I need to be able to... this land structure helps, but... And also the fact that 2 Horsemasters have been played. Actually... I think he would have won if he went face. Right, I kind of just played Axe Grinder into that, didn't I? Well, that's okay. That's fine. It's bound to have at least 1 Firebringer in hand. Yeah, I think we just lose anyways, though. It doesn't matter. Because Firebringer's just... Plays the Fire Ellie? Oh, okay, so he gets the space. Yeah, that's just gonna be game then. Alright, I mean, let's pass and see what other cards he has, I guess. Seems pretty straightforward. So our next list is green. Which should do pretty okay against this. It's just the blue I'm a little bit worried about. Alright, show me your cards. No. Alright. Next one, so we're down 1 to 2. We'll fight with the hunger. I'm hopeful of this one. It's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be tough, but it's gonna be not easy. Red Angry is a little bit different from standard red. Steamforge Willow? Actually great. Actually great pickup. That's fun. Ancient Boar... This is not great into the 5/4s. It's kind of okay. I guess we can keep it as a fighting tool. We kind of do need fighting tools. I think I'm going to build the center land. So that I can taunt here. In the future if I need to. It's gonna be pretty aggressive. I might even try to go aggressive myself down one side. Double neutral. Do I try to fight this? That's super aggressive. We want to block the axe grinder, I think. It's probably fine. We'll dump the steam forge. Amazing. Of course, this is not going to do well into the 5-4 still, but I mean, 2-7's better than a 1-7. We get to kill it over 2 turns, but ideally I'd like something better. Oh, Fire Alley. Can you say Plague Bearer value? Stalker. Not a fantastic Plague Bearer. We could continue this way, go for Stalker, just dump stats. Is that even intelligent? For that, I guess. He's double collecting though. What's the plan? This thing almost has to stay here. Alright, we fight. We'll fight. The taunt locks down the double collection, so I think it's not bad. I would have loved to Plague Bearer that, but it just wasn't going to happen. We were a little bit too slow. Looking at the Steam Forge, wondering what it does. It's a very silly card. I might not have needed to build the forest, actually, now that I think about it. I could have maybe double neutraled. Either double neutraled aggressive or split to the other side. Okay. Top deck Plague Bearer, let's take a draw. I guess we'll just hit this. Do I Willow? I guess I could Plague Bear. This does 4 damage to it. We're only single collecting. Sad. Willow doesn't feel good, right? Because this only gets, like, potential 2 stats, yeah. Maybe just Plague Bear. It's not looking that amazing. Still gets to double collect, which hurts a lot. Like, he's probably fine to just double collect and hit the Plague Bearer. Damages my own guy. What I really need is collection sometime soon. We got Divine Guard. Wait, what? Are you serious? Just to save that guy. I don't know if that's worth it. I guess we're drawing again. Kodama. Could do this. Willow. Willow is a kill on this thing. Can't really follow up with anything. Like, I don't want to stalk her. Unless I do want to stalk her this. Maybe. This is really good on like Horse Masters in the future, but I'm kind of desperate for stuff, right? We can also just Plague Bearer it in the future. This preserves our creature for 3. Super expensive, but like... oh well. Let's keep them single collecting. We might be able to sneak a double collect here. And if we get really lucky, we get a Steamforge proc on the 50-50 Willow. 50-50. No! Sad. Do you have Plague Bearer? We lost the coin flip. Can Plague Bearer voice next turn, though? We can actually do this. That's fun. Is that worth it? We could just voice. That's the more intelligent play, yeah. This becomes 8. What does this become? 6? Which is not 7. Give him the double collection. If we feed here... let's just go here. Oh, right! Steamforge! We are at 7 power. And also, he's on 18. Why am I considering 7? I think 6 actually is nice and round, right? That's 3-turn lethal? Yeah, so 6 is actually kind of fine. But we do go to 7. And then we scale to 8 the next turn, which is 15. Still not quite enough. Oh, he's got a Firebringer. Oh. Well, that's an easy kill. I say it's easy, but we could also voice. Oh, could do a second voice. Could hit. No, it's not gonna work. I was thinking combat hit, then sack it, but then he gets to step on my land. So that's not very fun. Could collect. Oh, I need to collect if I want to play a 5-drop. To 11. Let's collect. And then do I play this or do I play this? This makes it 8. 9. I don't know if this is very good. This is probably pretty bad. I feel like I'm just losing though if I play the Kodama. Like that's even worse. I've given him double collections for too long. So he's forced to build this land to double block. I mean, worst case, we could go back and clear his collector, because he probably wants to double collect. And try to set up a different collector. Yeah, he just needs like a 5-4 to defend against this, right? Pretty easy. Another Firebringer. Alright. Another one. All three being invested. I guess we just lose, though. I guess that's GG. Kinda sad. Yeah, not much else I can do against these things. I was probably a little bit ambitious. Not really any running away from here. I had to deal with the 9, which is just not happening. I just lost the combo. Yeah. Take a draw, I guess. Might as well surrender, I guess. Alright, we'll move on. We'll move to casting, because that was the last match. But GG to Martis. I was ill-equipped. Alright, welcome back to the Khalim Open #1. This is the semifinals. We lost the last series to Martis. We're going to be spectating Bamster vs Happy Joe. They've already been going at it for one round. So it looks like Bamster lost his first match with maybe a Disciple list, and Happy Joe's playing the blue, so Bamster's getting to counter with a red-yellow. Only 9 mountain cards. Blue with Frogify. And I see a Thunder Eel. Thunder Eel in training. Interesting. What is this? Oh. Happy Joe tosses his hand and finds Mystic Beast, Time of Legends. Not great. We invest the Explorer and go for the Celestial Tower. What is this list? Is this Angry? I guess Bamster's playing Angry, yeah, that would make sense. A lot of Angry today. Happy Joe with no creatures playable. Even on turn 3, that Mystic Beast is going to be a sad little 2/5. So that really sucks. Bamster are going to monopolize on the lack of creatures by playing the Demon Wing and actually going face. I like it. Bamster says, "You're not playing cards? Let's end this." And this might be it. Really terrible hand from Happy Joe here. I don't know what he can do, especially with that aggressive Demon Wing now. He can't even play the Mystic Beast safely. If he wanted to. So, I mean, he can take a draw here, but everything is just really bad. You have to play Triton Warriors into the 5/2. Battletoads don't work. He is just going to go for the Mystic Beast. Maybe we see a Emperor's Command just to... or a double Mystic Beast. Okay. Oh, and the Emperor's Command. Happy Joe's not out of this yet. He wants in. And that's not terrible. Actually, I mean, Bamster doesn't have a great follow-up here. The double 2-5s was interesting, though. Did we really need both? I feel like we could have just played one if we were going to command there. Like, it was either double Mystic Beast or single Mystic Beast, and then the command. Now these 2-5s are just really sad. Another Mystic Beast drawn? Gonna build the double neutrals, set up a double collector. Pretty solid, but this other Mystic Beast is super sad. We do have Time of Legends in hand, though. This could potentially be Auroraed. So that can be very cool. Now, Bamster... Oh. We're charging. Are we killing this? This is a play, but I feel like it would have been better to try and set something up on the double collector rather than the Mystic Beast doing nothing on boards. So I think the plan here is just to Thunder Eel this. We get an aggressive Thunder Eel, which is cool. But I mean, this, like I said, this Mystic Beast really isn't doing anything. He's just kind of sitting here. I really would have liked to save that damage trick for the double collector, because this is the one thing that's gonna put Happy Joe back on the map. Deciding where to put this mountain, I mean, this space is good for the collection, but if this is the play, I think we're going super aggressive. We want our aggressive lands. And then from here we can just dump a Spite Sprite. Zap. Okay, we went for the aggressive 5 damage on the Demon Wing before. Maybe Happy Joe is thinking he really maybe Bamster's thinking he really wants to continue that pressure. Otherwise that value is wasted. Goes for the random Time of Legends for a Tarum. Yikes. Because we top decked the Aurora there. Almost I would have liked to see the Time of Legends earlier just to deck thin so that we could draw into other cards. Just because we were so desperate for it. And he plays the 3rd Mystic Beast as a 2-5. That is insane to me. I mean, I don't know. Bamster's playing angry. He doesn't have a lot of ways of dealing face damage. Maybe Wind Soldier in the future, but it's really tough to deal that indirect damage. I think Happy Joe might feel like he's under more pressure than he's actually under. We're just losing a ton of value by playing 3 Mystic Beasts without the buffs. And I think that's going to close out the game for Bamster. It's going to be really, really difficult now to actually play creatures that can fight while Bamster has the initiative here. And actually, I mean, Bamster just has the lethal setup, right? It's got 9, yeah. So this game, I mean, part of that was the awful starting hand Happy Joe had and the top decking nothing, but I think there was some things he could have done to help him along the way, but still might have not paid off in the end. So Happy Joe has to think about a counter. Probably the Rakoans list. I don't think red would do very well. It's... I mean, well, red can do okay, but you're fearful maybe of the Firebringers. I think the Rakoans is better. And then you got the yellow list left over, which red is pretty solid into. We can save the red for that. And this match can go either way, I think. I think Bamster showed that he's capable of a lot of aggression very early on. And we even have a Khalim Skyguard in here. Oh my. Haven't seen this card in a long time. So, if Bamster can maintain that same aggression he did in the last game, which I don't think is going to be quite as aggressive, maybe he can get in before Happy Joe builds up his really, really greedy combo of like 8 lands or something. We've got Deathwish Ghoul to the side he's thinking about. Now, red, yellow, angry lands are very difficult to place because you only give 4 lands, and half of them are deserts, half of them are mountains. You want, like, at least 1 mountain aggressive, and then you've got a lot of, like, desert cards, like mono yellow cards, and then mono red cards. And those all each require very specific land types, so if you invest double deserts into one side, then all of your yellow creatures have to come down here. They can't go on the left side anymore, and that's a big disadvantage. But I think Bamster needs to be aggressive in this matchup, so we're going to invest the desert on right side. Debating the command. We'll take it. And Bamster's going to have to just develop the Skyguard here. We did pick up the Celestial Tower, which is pretty cool. It lets us go aggressive. Now, the reason Skyguard doesn't run anymore, it seems, I don't know, it's a little bit expensive, but the summon adjacent to friendly creatures is cool. But like in this archetype, your creatures are already super mobile with things like Celestial Tower. You really don't need the summoning space. Like you can summon a creature pretty much anywhere, and then you can get anywhere on the board with all the mobility tricks Yellow has access to. And so it's just really expensive. And the other downside is that it's got 4 attack instead of 5, which is a big deal, because you need 5 attack to 4-turn lethal your opponent. It might work a little bit better when you've got things like Thundreel to pair with, where it's 6 power, so you can kind of combine 2 things together to make up the lethal numbers, but okay, Happy Joe choosing to invest down left side. I think Celestial Tower is warranted here. It's unfortunately going to be a little bit slow. We only get up to this space, and then we can maybe push this way with another charge, but ideally we'd like to be on this space. We could even play a Thundreel on here. What's that, E3? Thundreel on E3 means that we set up another charge line. Of course, we only have the one Celestial Tower, but Happy Joe has the option to block one of these spaces, so if we really want to, we could set up like 2 attacking angles, and then he can't block everything. Actually, we see in hand he could block everything if he really wanted to with the Champion Dash and the Biomancer and the Explore. But I don't think he'd want to do that. Debating about this mountain is a tough placement. I don't know if I would go left side here. This feels really bad, actually, just because we're kind of playing into Illusionist now in the future. Like, not this turn, obviously, but this guy, the intention of this land build is we're going to collect here. And so Happy Joe can just keep the 1/1 around, and then now Bamster's forced to use a removal on this if he wants to collect, because it's just playing into Illusion. Oh, unless he sidesteps. Now he's going to play the bio. Yeah, and then our lands are a little bit slower. We're not going aggressive. Steps back the 1/1. I don't know why he stepped back. I mean, this can charge and hit the 1/1, but who cares? So this one doesn't really make much sense to me. I think he wanted the 1/1 planted here, so he threatens the Illusionist. Now Bamster's very free to collect. Oh, unless Happy Joe's not running Illusionist. Maybe that was Martis who was running Illusionist. But even still, you can threaten, you can like bait your opponent. And actually we just end up taking an even better trade here, where we both get to collect and charge and kill the 1/1. If the 1/1 was here and we wanted to go for the charge line, it would have stopped Bamster from collecting, put the 6/4 in a okay spot, but not in a collecting spot. So the mountain placement paid off. The positioning just ended up working out. All these mobility tricks, really cool to put on the pressure as Happy Joe struggles to build these really high land counts. And the 4 HP. 4 HP this tournament has been a real big nuisance. There's all these like 3 damage options, and these 4 HPs are just managing to sneak by. Sturdy. So we build a mountain. Our goal is probably to cannoneer the 4-2, I guess. Oh no. 4-2. We still have 1 charge on the tower, right? So a 2-2 is still a little bit in danger. We're gonna plant a 5-5. In trade range? No way. Oh, Jokesy, thanks so much for the gifted sub. We are on a 10-minute delay for those, Oh, thanks so much for the... You have a gifted sub and then the sub. I appreciate that a lot. Cheaper subs this month, September. Okay. We're back into it. Wow, what happened?
I'm so smart, I astound myself.
So we found a clear on the entire left side, developed a 6-4 Firebringer. This our 6-4. Wait, we ended up charging our 6-4. Right, so because Happy Joe just put his 5-5 in range for some reason. So we got a free trade there, and then he must have had 2 damage. Maybe top deck to Soul Drain, because I think we used both. But anyways, I think Bamster's in a good place. And once again, the 6-4, just the 4 HP stat line, doing work against these 3 power units. I guess that was the goal for this tournament. We needed 4 HP. Gonna produce a Demon Wing. Makes sense. In case all else fails, we set up a bigger Firebringer in the future, maybe. I don't know how Happy Joe deals with this, to be honest. Maybe if we creation, double trades, swarm, there's not an immediate lethal, so we can try to just kill. Yeah, that seems like the plan, the only plan. Mobility trick, does this help us? Not really. Oh, you know what? If we had played this, we would have won. Because we could have combat hit one of these guys, moved our guy out of the way, and then just hit with the 8 power Firebringer. Sorry, no, this was at 7 power. Right. Because we opted to play the Demon Wing instead. Last turn we were on 3 though. We could have dumped the Demon Wing to boost this to 8. We would have been on 3 last here. We could have +1'd to move. Yeah, so I think we would have won if we had just set up an 8 power Firebringer. That made sense just to close out the lethal. So a little bit of a misplay there that might end up costing Bamster the entire match, actually. Ooh. Okay, very desperate. That is very desperate. Plays the 6 HP Firebringer into the double Carassius, and Happy Joe is not dead here, so potentially we... I think this is a tough call. Because we could Creation, but we also could board clear. If we wanted to, we could Aurora, and then clear off the other one. We lose our Carassius for that, though. So it depends what Happy Joe wants to play around here. Because swarming, another swarm of Carassius might just be game on its own. And he might not have to care about taking 2 damage to the face. Sorry, yeah, I mean 6 damage to the face. Goes for a draw. Like, honestly, I'm probably thinking about the Creation, yeah. You know what's really funny? You can Creation Firebringer. And since he's played so many Carassius, the Firebringers are going to actually get pretty big. Yeah, this seems like a reasonable play. So long as Bamster doesn't have any indirect damage from hand, which we do see one Khalim's training. So I think we just have to draw for it. I don't know why we're hovering Soul Drain, that doesn't do anything, right? Like, we either top deck our lethal here or we lose. We need to find a second Khalim's training. Because I don't think there's going to be any flame bursts. I would imagine not. Bamster had a very low count of mountain cards in the deck. There was like 9 or something. So I think it's pretty safe to assume there's no like flame bursts or Cypher's Wrath. It's probably just going to be relying on Khalim's training this turn. There might be Wind Soldier in the deck, but unlikely. He does not find it. Honestly, I would throw in the training here. I mean, the game's over, it doesn't matter. I was thinking throw in the training so that we can fatigue him. He's on 15 cards, there's no way he loses. I'm not gonna lie, I would like to see Crassius abolished. I'm on board. I don't think it's very good in the, like, best possible competitive scene, but it makes playing... It means you have to play a very limited pool of decks if you don't want to lose. Like... It's pretty brutal. You don't have to play aggressive for it, you're rewarded for defending your face. And not overreaching. But Happy Joe takes this one. What's the score? I should put the score up on boards. Bamster has lost one. He's gonna lose this one for sure. And Happy Joe has won, then two. So Bamster's just won the one match. So we're 2-1. Okay. I don't particularly want to see the mirror match of Crassius versus Crassius. Martis still has one person to work through. Shaver on the other side of the bracket against Martis. This card on release used to be 3 Faeria. It was kind of nuts. I wouldn't mind seeing Crassius get nerfed and just bring Illusionist back a little bit. Because Illusionist was nerfed specifically for the Crassius deck, and that needed to happen. Because the old Crassius list was super insane, with Illusionist being able to defend your entire board, or your entire face for just 1 Faeria. It was very gross. And then you could set up the really expensive Crassius creation combo. Now, like I said, like, obviously it's been devastating, the tournament so far, but I mean, I wasn't playing super competitive decks. Bamster, I mean, Red Yellow Angry is pretty competitive, but I think Bamster, was there a lethal in here? I can't remember. Yeah, there was a win in here, right? Bamster should have won this if he just played the Firebringer on that earlier turn. And yeah, this is like a competitive deck, so this one able to beat the Crassius list pretty convincingly. Because the thing with Crassius now, like, Happy Joe's on, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands, which is absurdly expensive. But it doesn't matter if you're not aggressive enough. If he just builds up to the count, he has enough area, not being contested, then the Crassius will win. But, like, against a top-tier competitive list, this struggles a lot. I think people are just tired of playing top-tier competitive lists, myself included. Like, I don't want to keep playing flyers over and over. Did he have the Humbling Vision when we had that Firebringer potential? I don't think so. I mean, this was several turns ago. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Bamster had a guaranteed win there. We're gonna draw it out. There's absolutely no hope in winning. I mean, fatigue, but like I said, we also missed that 1 damage with the training. If we wanted to go for the fatigue out, Because now it just gives Happy Joe one extra turn. Which I don't think is going to be very important. Almost found an in there. Alright, we will surrender. That was another way to potentially win, was the charge plus mobility trick, but I mean, he needed to save it, obviously, to lethal. Just like block the 2-2 or something, but then you're just kind of hoping that Happy Joe steps away from face. Okay, well, we got one list left to fight. This one's gonna be a little bit tough for Bamser. Depending on what it is, I guess, but it seems like some type of flyers-oriented list. Maybe it's the Oath list. It's kind of expensive for Oath. Oh, it is probably Oath. It's something husky. Yeah, I mean, this type of list is not going to do very well into Happy Joe's. It's just a little bit too slow. It is Oath. Yeah, I think this is game already, to be honest. 6 threes into super efficient 3-2s. Doesn't drop the teller. I didn't mind dropping teller. I don't think it matters if you give Happy Joe early extra cards, because his early game is really clunky with all the lands he has to build. Typically, holding Storyteller you do to stop your opponent from drawing good early collectors and things. But I think in this day and age where it's pretty easy to get a starting creature all the time, and the fact that Happy Joe has a clunky early game anyways, Storyteller I think is just fine. You're going to want to eventually play this in the early game. Tide Lord or Tyrannex? Tide Lord is probably the better pick, just because we can use our mobility tricks to go face. What? Out of all the choices, Bamser. You can't be serious. No way you picked this. Not only is this just a worse card than the other two options, this is awful into the list we're playing where we just draw cards. Right? That was wild. Like, even Tyrannex would have been better. I guess it doesn't really matter between these two picks because Happy Joe's entire deck relies around 3-power creatures, so the 5 to 6 doesn't matter, that threshold. But, like, come on, pick the Tide Lords. Still matters for you a little bit. You gotta work through that 6 HP stat line. Ah, Tide Lord would have been so good, too. We have, like, the double Windborn champion. And oftentimes you want to give your opponent these cards that draw them Selves cards, because you're trying to keep them over Husk threshold, so they really don't want to play a card that draws them more cards. Play a teller. Faeria, sure, we can drop it. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a slow advance to face. The double champion will help. And actually this guy will help a little bit too. Where... I mean, if we can somehow deal with the Tyrannex, maybe we can get this 4-2 to face and get some sneaky hits in there. Actually, I just realized Bamster lost last game by 1 damage. Probably because he was playing Khalim's Skyguard, right? Did that thing hit face? I can't remember. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it died first. I think he did like a value trade over here. Didn't it hit face? That would be really funny if he lost the game because of the Skyguard and cleared. That'd be super funny. Command. Oh, how about that? If that was a 4-6, that wouldn't have worked. Okay, what else do we have? We have a barter. What can we barter for? There's buffs in this list, I think. There's Humbling Vision. I don't think anything's going to help us here, though. Happy Joe's got 2 collectors. No point in really answering that. Actually, I wouldn't have minded just setting up Ariana there to body block. Ariana or even Iona is kind of solid. Oh, are we going to try to clear right side, actually? That was indeed a mistake if that was the plan, because we missed a collection. We don't even have an answer in hand. We need to barter first to check if that's the plan. Map Dealer Oath? Yeah, okay, I don't know what the point of this was. We were a little bit hasty there. Like, I think clearing right side is maybe valid if you want to. But you have to invest into barter, and then probably that has to be a Humbling Vision, which is super expensive. I think realistically, I probably would have liked to body block with Ariana or Iona or something, and then sidestep things, set up a board. We really need to set something up to go face. Do we have an answer to the 1-1? We can barter for Humbling again? Was there... No, there's no Spirit Theft in this, right? I'm mixing up Happy Joe's list with Martis's. I can't remember who had what. Spirit Theft was in one of them. And Spirit Theft would be okay here. No. You can humble the, the 1/1. No, we're gonna go gift. That's... So probably... I probably just want to clear the 3/2, right? With my champion? I don't know. Oh, are we going face? Face is really scary when we have Humbling Vision to worry about. Oh, I thought we were going investing in gifts. Oh, we are. Okay, that's actually 11/11. I guess that's not as scary. No, Humbling Vision still kills this. 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's all or nothing, I guess. All in. Do we find it or do we not? Otherwise, we also have 6 with Aurora, 9, 10. 1 damage shy. Oof. I mean, I think we just have to draw here, right? We could Fagoro to draw twice. Found it! Oh, we don't have a mountain built? Oh! The absurdly priced land costs coming to bite him in the butt. Yeah, I don't think you have the numbers there. Right, yeah, I think just playing Fagoro there would have helped. If he had started with Fagoro here and Ulani's Medallion, then he would have been able to do this, right? He could have built the mountain. Wait, you don't have it. What are we doing? Am I missing something? Or is he just showing off? Okay, showing off. Alright, Bamster does it. Beats the Crassius list. I think Happy Joe... I don't know. There was definitely a win in there for Happy Joe. I mean, obviously, if he had done that play with the Fagoro, then he could have... Because I was thinking about Cannoneer out as well, and I'm like, oh yeah, if you just draw into Cannoneer, you win. But yeah, if that was the outs, you wanted to make sure that you had that mountain built. Maybe he didn't see it either, because I didn't see it. Lots of lost wins today, I feel like. And I think a big reason for this is we haven't had a Faeria tournament in a while. So we only had 2 opens last season. We did have a seasonal cup, but it wasn't... yeah, it was broadcasted. I think Lizard casted it. I was away for that one. But basically we had 2 opens. So the last... And the seasonal cup was super small. They all are, I guess, but... So we really haven't had much tournament exposure, so I think players are a little bit rusty. So, fair to everyone involved. We got Red Rush now versus the Yellow. We have a Derelict Tower here in the Red Rush. Interesting. So... Oh, come on, Bamster. This is such an easy pick. There's no way Happy Joe is ever going to play a Runan's Messenger or a Flame Stoker in Rush. I mean, he's not going to play the champion either, but just pick the card that's good for you. Wait, we have Colossus in here? I didn't realize we had room. No. Why do we always do this? I guess... No, there's no argument to Flame Stoker. It's just terrible. If we're relying on Flame Stoker, then our deck is bad. Triple neuter down the center to drop the Queen's Guard and taunt these guys away from collecting. Insane. Great play there. Bamster's not going anywhere, and he's not going to be able to deal with this Queen's Guards. That's a great start for Happy Joe. And Bamster decided to pick up the Flame Stoker for some reason. I guess we can play it this turn, so sure. And thankfully it is a 4-4, so it doesn't immediately die to Queen's Guard, but... yuck. When you're out is Flame Stoker. I mean, plant your deserts on the right side, right? Most likely you're gonna trade in the merchant. Oh. Wait, what? We have to play Stoker. We need a fighting tool, right? Guess it doesn't matter that much if you want to, like, build another land in side skirt, but I think, like, min-maxing it, the right side is a little bit better. Just because you have the option to eventually move the Iona off, because you want to preserve this one. And then, or you have the option to body block with her. The merchant is just a body, you can trade it. No way! Why? Oh. Right, we can just do that. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I like it. I think Happy Joe might be happy to kill the 0-1 here. Depends how pressured he is to go face with this particular list, because Derelict Tower almost says to me that he wants to go face a lot. I don't know. Because there. I guess I don't mind this play from Bamster, but I kind of wanted to set up a collector that's sturdy. Like, I think it's very easy for him to go over. Like, sidestepping here, killing the 0-1, you're still taunting this guy, and now Bamster's kind of pressured to value trade the 3-3 and not collect once more, so... yeah, I mean, I think this play is just the better outcome for Happy Joe. He's thinking about it a little bit, though, because face is still an option. I do think it's just better value to kill the 0-1. We have Shaker here? Oh, we're going this side? We can't play Messenger. Yeah. He was hovering this, but this feels pretty bad. Flameburst pickup is huge. And Bamster's 0-1 is now safe to collect infinitely forever. We have a Derelict Tower, I guess, if we want to kill it. Betcha finals is Crassius versus Crassius. It might end up being, but I have faith in Bamster too. We have a solid setup now. Since the 0-1 did survive, we get some collections going, actually. And... oh, man, this card makes me really sad. Like, when are we gonna be +1ing ever? We just played a 5-cost 4-4 to not die. Oh, Bamster's not prepared for the Ground Shaker. I wouldn't be. Shaker and Rush? Unheard of. I mean, it's not going to be a great Shaker. Now that the 7-7's played, because where do you plant the Shaker? Where it's not going to die to the 7-7? I guess it's board control. Now the 4/4 still survives. You can flame burst it. Yeah, I mean, like, Shaker plus flame burst is kind of good. And then you might line up a derelict tower to kill the I don't know, we kind of leave ourselves with nothing here, though. We also have the 0-cost Cypher's Wrath, I suppose. Treasure Seeker? Yeah, we kind of just have... I think we play the... Which one do we play? I think we play the... It's kind of debatable, I guess. We would like a fighting body on boards. But Husk also just gives us more cards. This is... bad. We're gonna play both, huh? Just a 6-cost 3/7? Alright. Sure. Why not? This guy's way off to the side here now, though. Happy Joe is free to, like, Wrath and then develop a creature. Derelict Tower is so expensive in Rush. But it would be lovely to get this down at some point. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we just want to Mace Man Cypher's Wrath. Do we even start building mountains towards champion? Something I thought I would never say. Building mountains for champion. We do. Just because we lost 2 discounts on this, that hurts. Actually, we got kind of lucky that the discounts didn't go on Messenger. And then Mace Man actually could come on the well here because we're setting up the champion, right? So we can get a... Excuse me? What did we just play? I can't believe this would ever be a consideration. No way, right? Is he just gonna, like, gift of steal this? He values the HP? I mean, I think if the goal is to play champion, we might as well just play the better creature, right? The better, slower creature, and then we just get to mobility trick it to face? I don't know. 5-cost 3/5 that draws you useless cards feels so bad. What, is he gonna go back and double collect? Kills the Husk. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's just gonna net 2 damage to face with this guy. Yeah, Biomancer into Mountain into Cannoneer would have saved him. I see enchant from 10 minutes ago. I mean, that last match, there was a few draw options there. There was the Fagora, which I was thinking of. Biomancer would have done it too. And now the slow 4/4 comes down. I guess... No, there's no I guess. 5-cost 3/5 is terrible. We could have spent this 5 to do literally anything else. Like, imagine a Shaker on board, even. Like, I don't know. Okay. So Bamster has a pretty easy clear here, the 5 damage. Now Bamster knows that he gave the champion to Happy Joe. He's aware of this. You know, it would be kind of funny take this value trade and then champion this guy away. Oh, are we doing it? Oh, we are. Ah, I like. This is a cool play. This means we get to play around that known information we have over our opponent. Okay, maybe not. He's hovering it. Do it. It's a good play. I think I would have preferred the 3-4... Oh. Oh, no. Not playing around it. Okay. I mean, at least if we have a champion on board, we can fight our opponent's champion, so I guess that's good enough. I don't think Bamster was thinking about this, to be honest. If anything, you want to move the champion here, so that you can collect and then kill the future champion, right? Unless you want to target... No, because if he wants to move, he has to move onto this space, and then pretty much champion has to come here. So you probably wanted to just set up the champion to kill his... I don't think he was thinking about it. I guess he does have to build another mountain, so he could always just put the mountain here to body block the collection. I guess that's fair, maybe. Mountain there to potentially defend, clutch defend if we need to in the future. Gonna leave enough Faeria for Ground Shaker in case a value trade somehow happens with the 5-5. Yeah, that setup's gonna hurt a lot. And Bamster's stuck with Merchant, Storyteller in hand. I don't think that's gonna help. What we're looking for is there Spirit Theft in this list? There probably should be Spirit Theft in this, but I don't know if there is. Goes up to 5 deserts. Maybe there is. Well, he's doing husk things. I guess he doesn't need the value. I mean, I would probably be looking at taking a value trade. Because again, I'm not really considering playing around Ground Shaker in this match. It just feels like that's not going to be in rush. But you might be concerned about like Cypher's Wrath and things too. We need something to defend face. Don't play Merchant, please. I don't want to have to reboot. Plays the sack. Well, if we hit for 9, he's on 7. That's not great. Might want to take some values. We found a Flame Burst, though. I'm kind of feeling just double hit face. And then Flame Burst the 6-3 maybe. Maybe that's easy to answer. The 5-5 comes back. What else do we have? 9, 10, 11, 12. Triple Gift of Steel in hand. Do we even have that many combat creatures? I've only seen Queen's Guard so far. There must be others. Yeah, I don't know what the play is, really. I'm thinking double hit face. I don't know. It doesn't feel amazing. We'll take a draw. Sure. That cleans that up really nicely then. Yeah, so now we can double hit face and finish with Flame Burst. Cool. Draw is the play. And Bamps are still with nothing. Alright, that's spooky. Gotta deal with that champion, and if you don't, you're dead. I don't think there's ever a world where we can draw for, like, a Soul Drain or something. We can't afford it without also producing a creature. I think Bamster's done. I don't think anything saves him here. Unless he runs Spirit Theft. Because then he could come back, Spirit Theft, and then actually dump a creature. So, unless there's Spirit Theft... Yeah, he's just dead, because we can see in Happy Joe's hand he has the 1 damage to finish. Bamster maybe gonna try to get the collection off. But... Happy Joe gonna move on, and we might actually end up seeing... We're getting closer to the Carassius mirror match. Oh boy, I can't wait. Let's check the other end of the brackets. Looks like Martis is moving on to the finals. He beat Shaver 3-1. So, we are in fact gonna see the 2 Carassius players in the finals. Fantastic. And there we go. Alright, well, GG anyways to Happy Joe. And good attempt by Bamster. We'll move on to the finals, I'll get that set up, but we'll take a quick break in the meantime. Okay, welcome back to the Khalim Open number 1 finals. Martis versus Happy Joe. And these are the 2 Carassius players, so I'm very excited. Extremely excited. Overwhelmed with excitement to see the Carassius mirror. We'll see what ends up getting banned, though. Realistically, banning Carassius would be a good plan unless you think your Carassius list is better than your opponent's, somehow. But I think that's a pretty tough call. Because pretty much in that matchup, it's just luck. Whoever gets, like, the red cards first wins. Let's see other spooky lists, though. Probably on Martis' side, the green heavy list is pretty spooky. Happy Joe's running 2 red lists. So... Oh, Martis actually banning the reds. Yeah, red's pretty spooky for Martis, too, actually. He's got 2 lists that might crumble to red. But banning the red-yellow... Happy Joe bans blue? Out of all the picks? No way. Yeah, blue is never a consideration for me to ban. I definitely would have been looking at the green list to ban. Either green or Carassius, probably. I think that's what I was looking for in my matchups, too. No, we're gonna swap selections, maybe. That's gonna be a very wise pick if he does, I think, just because the green is still open. He's got the green to fight through those reds. Wait, did we lock it in? It says next phase 3 seconds, okay. Alright, it's locked in. So we aren't gonna see the Carassius mirror. Thank you. Starts with the green. Bold. He's very confident. And we actually get the blue matchup. Wow, okay. Not the pick I would have gone for. Because I think we need this list to fight the reds. And now we're getting kind of countered potentially with blue. This could be a disaster. We'll see how it goes, though. Like I said, blue is usually not a consideration for me to ban. Man, it's called llamas. Why did I ban this? I should have known. Alright. We had the llama beast list. Water alley opener. So llama comes down as a turn 2. Okay, we're gonna go for the grizzly because llama bad. Sounds good. But grizzly also hurts a lot into mono blue because of humbling vision. Humbling vision really decimates this card. And that could be a top deck in our future. I'll put up the score so I remember. Alright. 0-0. We frogified, and we've picked up a humbling vision. Alright, GG. Man, this right here might just be the turning point of the entire series. Martis lost his perfect counter to the Reds on game 1 in like the first few turns. That's crazy. Okay, it's not over yet. But I mean, those top decks are looking pretty good. Pre-buffs! Oh no! Wait, is that a no-no? I think that's a no-no. Yeah, the toads don't value trade, but we get to set up a Mystic Beast. Draw first. Battletoads. Wait, do we not want Mystic Beast? I feel like Mystic Beast is pretty solid here, but okay, I guess that's fine. Like, the Mystic Beast could have taken a value trade on this llama that's coming down. We can still take it with a humble, but it's gonna kill off our toads. Okay, I'm gonna plant it nice and safe in the back. That makes sense. So we have to be careful of Salamander. No, we don't. We're on 0. Martis is on 0, so I'd probably just step up onto the mountain, drop the Mystic Beast, and we got a solid setup there at face. Gotta always be cautious in this matchup about the Salamander placements. And watching the thresholds. Second Mystic Beast. Imagine if we had just played the Mystic Beast. We could have had so much. One thing I see in blue, there's a lot of cards to play in blue usually. I see a lot of players like just play like the worst option because they're like, oh, I'll play the good option next turn. But I think blue has a lot of like tempo elements to it where you want to get the good creature down so you can apply that pressure right away. And there might be some reasoning too to Battletoads, like maybe you're trying to answer multiple things or something. I don't really know, like it's weak to Deepwood Stalker. It's weak to like a 5/5 coming down where you can't easily humble. But anyways, the blue players that I see always tend to play the worst option first to try and get the value creature down later in the match. Which, yeah, just hurts your tempo a little bit. And blue kind of wants mild tempo elements to it because of the lower land count. Especially, like, Martis is going to be going up to 6 lands. So when he gets to 6 lands, his creatures are on average better. At least things like Crackthorn. Happy Joes are going to get outscaled slightly. So we want to keep up that tempo pressure. So we get more sort of Faeria value, pressure value. And then that hopefully will make up for the land value that Martis is going to build up. We are on a hook lands, so that might be cool. If Happy Joe doesn't play around it. I'm not going to play a boar in trade range of everything. That makes sense. Pretty easy to play around hook here. I think Happy Joe might just passively play around it without even trying. Just because of this. Don't know what Martis's plan is to stay in this. Maybe he's gonna dump a Crackthorn Beast or something. Hunt down. And these tempo swings can really compound over the course of the match. Like Happy Joe here is on 7 Faeria, he's got Mystic Beast and Battletoads developed. 7 Faeria worth of creatures. Meanwhile, Martis is a little bit behind with 4 and only a 5 Faeria creature on board. Tide Lord. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. Salamander pickup. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. This looks like just too much pressure too early on. We don't have the tools. We're gonna go for the Salamander. I don't think Crackthorn accomplishes anything. If we Salamander, we can potentially set up Crackthorn next turn. Because we're gonna be on 2. So next turn we can +1 Crackthorn. Maybe that's enough, but there's a Humbling Vision in Happy Joe's hand still, so it's just gonna end up dying. Okay, maybe we just put a body blocker, sure. That can potentially work. Yeah, and I think we just pass from here. I don't think the Ancient Boar is going to accomplish anything. It's not going to be in trade range of anything it can collect, but we kind of want to keep this Faeria pool open to play our sort of combo-y cards, kind of. Like Salamander, and maybe if we top deck some more removal or buffs or something in the future. Humbling Vision invested only on a 5/5, so less devastating than if we like to go for a buff or something. Does Happy Joe take value trades? It's gonna weaken his creatures a little bit. I'm gonna hop over the 2/2. Okay, it's maybe okay trying to play around Salamander a little bit by deleting the 2/2 from boards. Sure. Volley. I think, yeah, hopping over here is pretty solid. You again kind of play around the Salamander where Martis has to build that land if he wants to hit these things, I guess, but I mean, if you're, I guess if you're developing that, yeah, you just play the as out of range as possible. And that's just a bad salamander anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Crackthorn looks better. We're gonna get a 7/7 out of this, and then pray that the ping hits the Tide Lords. It should be relatively likely, okay. We dump a 7/7. Just on the well. Cool. Alright, so we set up this double neutral too, so we could potentially get an aggressive Colossus. Very cool. We go for Aurora. We value trading instead. No, we don't have enough. Oh, we can value trade here. With a +1. Sure. Okay, yeah, GG. Alright, game 1 goes to the blue player. Like I said, this is really bad for Martis. Because he decided to start with his, at least in my opinion, best counter to the Reds. And that's gone. Game changing, or like series changing, when you have the picks like this, where we could have had a much different outcome if the picks were a little bit different. We're gonna try to use the red angry. It seems solid, seems okay. Fire Alley a little bit weak to Battletoads. But the 5/4 can do something. Maybe. It's kind of weak to the the Triton Warrior. Oh my, we're rushing. That's a decision. So, not confident in winning the late game or mid game. That's pretty bold. And now with the Battletoads dropped, this Fire Alley can't go anywhere. But we play it anyways. Give some breathing room to this 3-1 potentially. Seems reasonable. Double neutral. Are we trading both toads in here maybe? Place the volley. Oh, we're trying to step on the mountains, I guess? Okay, I kind of liked building a lake, maybe, but... Oh, we're not stepping on the mountain, no, okay. We're blocking Axe Grinder. I don't know if it matters that much. Like, this toad would have been way better over here, right? Double collection spot, triple lake setup means we're closer to Tide Lords. I don't know about this one. This play feels a little strange. Especially with that Colossus in hand, we need to discount. We could have had a double collector. We really don't have to care about this stuff, because we're on 20 HP right now. Aurora pickup's nice, though. So we gotta decide whether we want to save face, or... I mean, I think we just take the Axe Grinder, right? Oh, okay. I mean, taking the guy collecting seems reasonable. He's collecting either way, I guess, but I don't know, this plays into Flame Burst. He's playing Red Angry, though. Maybe he's convinced there's no Flame Burst. Sure. So we'll just take away the option. Yeah, that's not looking very fun. We'll build the lake. I think we're just gonna let him take the lake. Are we? So realistically, we want to set the warrior backwards. So that we can play a buffed Tidelord? No? Okay. Because a lot of Martis's deck is 5 attack creatures. We really want this to be a 6/6. And... wait. What? What was this play? Sorry. If we had built the 4th lake, then why didn't we save our 4/4? Because if this was the play, why didn't we just double neutral? So that we set up double collection. We still have to build the land, so we don't care if he steals our lake here. Oh my. Yeah, because I thought the setup with this meant that we were planning on building another lake. So we were expecting him to take this, so we might as well have played out of range. And then we get our Tidelords. This just feels really bad. And now it's even worse. It's okay, Happy Joe's up 1 game. We don't need to worry about it too much. Now we're building a 5th lake. No, we have to build... wait, how are we dealing with this? So if we're not dealing with this, we need that 5th lake. Now we need it. I don't think double neutrals is going to accomplish anything. Yeah, we're just going to have to do that. Yeah, this sucks. But I think we hope for command top deck, right? So probably... I was thinking maybe we play Tidelord or maybe we just play nothing. I was actually kind of on board with playing nothing there. Because this is super inefficient. We just want to top deck a kill to this. Since like Flame Burst and Cypher's Wrath isn't as common in this type of list, we don't really have to care very much about face damage because more so we care about initiative. If we can keep the board clear at some point in the mid game, then or late game even, and just not let our opponent hit us with slow creatures, then we just win. Don't have to worry about Flame Burst things. Thankfully there was no Campfire top deck, and we do find the commands. I guess the 7/7's a nice fighting body, but I thought this thing was dying, to be honest. I'm surprised he didn't just pre-hit, because, yeah, I mean, the command top deck's huge. Like, this is a great opportunity to make a pre-hit. Typically you don't want to do things like this. Pre-hit meaning just, well, just hitting. Unless you can kill the creature, but when your opponent has cards that can easily answer like a 6/1 stat line like command, I think it's pretty beneficial just to hit it in. Because you like here, for 2 Faeria, Happy Joe reduced 6 damage on the board, which is big. Okay, Frogify number 1. Into Colossus, potentially. The double collecting Aurora is going to help a lot. Another Firebringer coming down. No Frogify in sight. And even if we top deck it, it's going to be kind of rough. We don't have a clean answer to the 3-2. But we have to draw for it. Don't find it, so I think that's just going to be game. But we will desperately try and hang on a little bit longer. I mean, like I said, if there's no indirect damage from Martis, as long as Happy Joe maintains initiative, then Martis can't win. Another 2/5 Mystic Beast. Amazing. Oh, we do have it. There's a Cypher's Wrath. Yeah, I imagine there's gonna be something in there. Okay, well, keeping things interesting. Martis gonna take it 1-1, and Happy Joe has the advantage of being able to counterpick. And we're gonna counter with a red list. 3.9, 5 neutrals. So I'm gonna expect maybe more of a red mid-range, red combat. It'll be funny if he's also playing Angry. These two brought very similar lists. Oh no, sorry, this is the Rush list, right? I remember. So Happy Joe planning to Rush. I think that's solid. Grimguard. This is a wacky Rush list. Well, we found our other combat creature. I was wondering what it was, because I don't think I've seen any brigands or bosses in this. Yet there's 3 Gift of Steels. Oh, there's a brigand, okay. So this is a slower Rush list, I guess. We're starting with the Mountain Center. We're gonna slowly go up. But there was that one match where he just 5 neutraled down the center. Wait, why did we start Mountain Center then? I don't think there's archers in this list. Happy Joe made it pretty clear he wanted to straight neutral rush down the center last game. Or maybe he wanted to optionally go to the sides? I mean, I don't know what changes that decision, but... 2 sturdy 5/4s. That's gonna be very challenging to deal with a 2/5. Yikes. We can maybe Shake or Flame Burst one of them, though. That's actually not too bad. I think that could be pretty solid, but what are we gonna do with our... Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. We just played in trade range of the 3-1 for some reason. Like, I get wanting to fight the 5-4, but this is awful. I think Martis is super happy to take this. We lose our Shaker value. Oh my god. Yeah, Shaker is just a lot less impactful now. Not able to just freely take out the 3-1 for no cost. And we just lost our Brigands for something that actually could have cost us 0 Faeria. We spent 1 Faeria, I guess, and a full card to just do nothing. Oof. I mean, we get a clear, but that just feels so bad that we could have been up an entire Brigand and an entire Faeria here on this very turn.
Let's explode together.
And now that dies. Yeah, this would have been huge if we could have just set up, like, Wrath plus Brigand on this turn. Like, just +1 Wrath Brigand, we're actually in a really good spot. But nope, we've got to kill the Bomb Slinger, do nothing, and this lets Martis develop a creature and gain the initiative. And Happy Joe, unfortunately, will not have access to Bomb Slingers. I think that's going to be it, to be honest. It's going to be super tough now for Happy Joe to develop any initiative. That was the big blowout turn with the Shaker double Flame Burst. A lot of tools used there, and Martis looks unfazed. We're just gonna throw down an Axe Grinder, and I think that Imperial Trooper is gonna get to conquer the land and then just replace itself. Yikes. Great card when fighting Rush, also, just because you have that threat constantly to capture their lands. Dumps the other trooper. This list has been doing work this tournament. The Red Angry. Red Angry is a solid archetype. And now we've got 0-cost Hate Seeds. Oh no. It's all over. So what does Happy Joe have left to counter with? Happy Joe had the ability to counterpick here, so this was the list he thought that he was going to win. And it did not, so he's got to take his less ideal pick now to try and win the entire rest of the series. Fight through this list and Martis' other list. I can't remember what it was. What one missed lethal does in a tournament. Yeah. Yeah, was it Bamster vs Happy Joe where Bamster had the win? It is pretty crazy. This tournament's been pretty crazy. There's been a lot of missed lethals. And so, like, if one player had just spotted the lethal, this would be a very different finals. But like I said earlier, I think it's due to just not having any tournaments over the past like 3 months. Players are very rusty, coming back into it. And I don't think anyone plays ranked ladder anymore. I'm gonna go for a Horse Master. Get some collections. We're gonna place the neutral up here. Oh, clever play. And then set up the second War Beast to go face with the other Horse Master. Cool. Alright. Throws down the Brigand just because. that's pretty well it. Well, I hope this season is going to be a little bit more fruitful. I think I'm going to be hopefully available to do most of the opens. There's Khalim Open number 2, which has already been scheduled. I'll check the dates. Because a lot of people might not even have realized that the tournament was happening today. We've been on hiatus for a while. But it's always posted in the official Faeria Discords. Khalim Open number 2. Starts September 30th. So 2 weekends from now, September 30th. Oh, that's a long weekend for me. I get a long weekend next week. Sorry, in 2 weeks. And then the following weekend, I get another long weekend because it's Canadian Thanksgiving. Oh, I looked away for 2 seconds and there's a Grimguards with 5/8 stat line. Look at that. Look at him go. How do we manage this? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter. I think we can probably just set up a big thing. Oh, we only have like a fire giant. Or fire elemental. Oh yeah, we can do that. Sure. Alright, there we go. That's the end. So Martis taking another win under his belt. Even finds the Firebringer. Okay, and Happy Joe's gonna have to desperately fight back with his potentially unfavored list, the Rakoans, right. Oh, sorry. Wrong player. Red, yellow. Did we get to see this match? Is this... No. Red, yellow. Is this angry? Oh, it is burn. Okay, I think I was analyzing this earlier and I'm like, there's one neutral in here. It's probably not burn, but it is. I wonder what the neutral is then. Gift of Steel. Happy Joe really likes the Gift of Steels. This card is really painful nowadays. 4 cost for this is super expensive. It seems on paper like it has good value. I mean, +3/+3 for 4 costs. Is that good value? I mean, if you compare it to green, where they have Elderwood Embrace, 3 cost +2/+4. It's kind of a similar buff, but like the green is a little bit cheaper. We had a Cypher's Wrath. No starting creature, but Cypher's Wrath will do to delay a turn. Martis going super aggressive down the center, not playing anything as a follow-up creature. So potentially good news for Happy Joe. He gets to have some time, build up lands, and even though he doesn't have a starting creature, Martis doesn't have any creatures either. So I wonder if Martis knows that this is burn. Definitely seems like a calculated play to go aggressive instead of building a creature. Double Firebringer. Finally find a creature. It's a Shed and Brute. And Brute is not terrible in this. We do see there's a Campfire. I mean, we saw the Outland Ranger. So Campfire can come down to play out of range of like Khalim's training things. But I don't think we'll see a pre-campfire. Because realistically, this thing's just going face anyways. Happy Joe looking for a top-decked Origin Fanatic. It was a good call by Martis to go aggressive. What? What is this? What is this doing in my burn list? We are going to go back, take the value trades. That seems pretty solid. And especially with the airbot pickup, we can just set this as a double collector. I don't know why there's an airbot in a burn list, but sure. It works out really nice in this situation. I almost would have liked the 2-2 up aggressive. It really doesn't matter here, but like... Martis has the potential... What? What? Why, though? This was a perfectly fine, like, trade. And now we even play into Bomb Slinger? No way. I mean... What? We're playing around Cypher's Wrath, I guess? But I don't know, spending 4 just to play around Cypher's Wrath when this is so devastating. We just burn 4 Faeria for nothing. I mean, maybe the idea is we get to kill this thing, guaranteed kill this thing. Wait, what? Oh, we're going for Tempo Firebringers. Not even the Bomb Slingers coming down. I don't know if I like that, because a 5-3 is not super big. It can get Flame Bursted. Like, Bomb Slinger seemed solid here. Keeps our 5-4 alive. I don't know why we didn't play Slinger. These are interesting plays from both players. I feel like I'm being mean to everyone today. Like, everyone's been on hiatus. Myself included. I've made tons of bad plays this tournament. And I'm just, giving everyone a bad time. This is going to be really tricky for Happy Joe to come back from. I think with the airbot, maybe we can try to go for some value plays. Not drawing a creature here really hurts, though. Yikes. I might look to just play the Fanatic. I mean, Flame Burst this guy, of course. But play Fanatic just as a fighting tool or not. Are we planning on going face with this guy? I thought we would want to set this up to value, like try and trade here. Like, this feels pretty bad trying to go face when... And then we even drew the answer. Why? Like, I don't think we're winning the tempo race, are we? It just seems really unlikely. We deal 4 damage here. We have 3 reserved in hand. Maybe if we can top deck Scourge. So this is another 4 next turn, guaranteed, if this doesn't die. So we put him down to 6. And now we're using our tools to kill the creature. Like, we would have had to win that turn, right? So we get him down to 10. Next turn, he's down to 6. Scourge Flame represents 5. And then Burst. I think we should have just went for a lethal out. Right? Like, Martis, being the red angry player, just has an infinite amount of creatures to constantly play. I think we should have just went for our lethal out. We'll see if we end up drawing into it, but... We did! No! Happy Joe, come on. There's so many missed lethals this tournament. I can't believe it. That's crazy. Yep, that would have been lethal, because he would have been on 10. Martis, I don't think had any answers. He spent all his Faeria on the grinder, so he only had 3 Faeria available, so no bomb slingers. Would have got him down this turn to 6. He had 10 Faeria in bank to deal 5, and then the Flame Burst was in hand to finish. Oof. What a tournament. I mean, I say missed lethal, but obviously it was something that we didn't have information for yet. We didn't have the cards in hand, but I think in this situation, since we invested into that aggressive line with the Fnatic, we should have just gone face and played to our out, which was the lethal out on the next turn with our top decks, because trying to use up all of our resources to clear with the Flash Wind and the Flame Burst and everything, just not going to be able to win when our opponent can keep slapping creatures down. But that's going to be it. Martis taking the crown 3-1. Congratulations to Martis for his victory. And Khalim Open #1. And if you guys want to join the next tournament, it's happening in 2 weeks on September 30th. So sign up. I'll post the link in chat. I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks then. Bye-bye.